Oh, wow. Wow. I look great. I look amazing in this lighting. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. So, I've dedicated like the past month and a half of strictly making videos on how to help people lose fat. Specifically, lose weight. I just say lose fat because that gets people's attention more, but really just losing weight and overall leaning down and getting into much better shape. And one thing that I noticed when I got into much better shape and when I, let me just back up real quick. You know, but one thing I noticed is that I wake up in a much better mood. Like I'm just happier overall. Does that mean that I never get upset or that I never get angry? No. You know, I'm still a human being. I'm never gonna tell you guys that, oh, you get into good shape and life just becomes perfect. You're still gonna face problems. You're still gonna face adversity. You're still gonna face setbacks. Look at them fucking pecs though. Them shits is popping through the shirt. You're still gonna face all this stuff. It's just that you're in a much better place and in a much better. You'll be able to deal with it much better. All right. Like I truly believe that when you conquer your physique, like when you achieve the physique that you truly desire, especially if you're like me and you used to be a fat boy, I feel like you can conquer anything. That doesn't mean that it'll happen overnight. Like I'm not saying that you'll get into shape and you'll immediately become a fucking billionaire, but especially if you're coming from, if you were just the way I was, where you were fat, overweight, and you just hated your life, you hated yourself, you tried everything, or you thought you tried everything to try and lose weight, when you finally like punch through that wall and you overcome these obstacles and these objections, you pretty much overcame yourself. Like, this might sound corny, this might sound cringe to some of you guys, but I truly believe that in order for me to have achieved this transformation, the old version of me had to die, like literally die. Like, yeah, the fat guy, I'm gonna put a thumbnail of a before and after. The fat guy might have technically been me. He might have still had the same name as me, same first name, same last name, but we're two completely different people, all right? Completely different people. And I viewed it as like he had to go in order for this guy to exist, in order for this guy to come into existence, because I couldn't be both. I couldn't be me and be the fat guy. New identity, new habits, new priorities, and that guy just had to simply die. All right, I know it sounds cringe, it might sound weird, but that's truly the way that I view it. And I wish I had done that sooner, because it sounds harsh and it sounds crazy and it might even sound cringe, but because I let that guy take control, because I let that version of me like basically be in the passenger, in the driver's seat for my life, it suffered as a result. You know, 2020 through 2023, 2024, no, not 2024, 2020, late 2020 through the first 6 months of 2023 was a fucking drag for me, bro. It's a fucking drag. Like I can't name anything significant that happened throughout that time. And that's honestly, like, it sucks to admit. I'm not saying that like I stayed in my room all day, but nothing crazy happened. You know, I didn't achieve anything noteworthy. Like, even the past few months, this YouTube channel is at 960 subscribers. That's insane. That's only a couple numbers away from 1K. And, you know, subscribers don't equal money. Subscribers don't equal success, but it's just awesome nonetheless, you know, to be able to tell people, oh, I have a YouTube channel that's closing in on 1,000 subscribers. You know, this all happened the last 6 months. The last 6 months, really, yeah, because I started taking this real serious in November of 2023. So that's just one thing I can tell you guys that happened ever since I got into better shape and I got in a much better place. But 2020 through 2023, the first 6 months of 2023, nothing. I just can't help but think to myself, had I gotten this over with, had I gotten this done much sooner, like, what else could I have done? What else could I have done? Especially because around that time, I was still in high school. And not only was I still in high school, but this was during the pandemic. I don't even know if I can say the actual name of the pandemic. I don't know if YouTube still like puts up disclaimers or still has problems with it. But this was during the pandemic. And as a result, you know, I was in the house most of the time. We were all in the house most of the time. Just imagine how much I could have locked in and what I could have done. Look at Hamza. I know Hamza is a very controversial figure. I know not everybody is a fan of him. I know a lot of people have taken taken a disliking. I don't even know. I'm trying to sound overly sophisticated. I know a lot of people have been having problems with him recently for what he's done and the things that he said, but you can't help but admit the guy achieved massive success. Like I don't even like I said Hamza, and most of you already know who I'm talking about. Hamza, like he's blown up. All right, he achieved tremendous success on YouTube and in business in general, and a lot of that took place during the COVID lockdown. And I can't help but think I could have done the same exact thing. Not in like an envious way, not in like a, oh, it should have been me, but more so in like a, wow. Had I put these demons beside me, had I put these demons past me, what could have been? What could have been? And to me, that was just the price of being fat, the price of not being proud of the physique that I was in. And there's varies from person to person, because there are some people out there, I don't think there's a lot, but there are some people out there who are a little overweight and genuinely do not have a problem with it. I've seen it, I've heard it. There's not a whole lot of people, but there are some people out there who, despite being a little bit overweight, have gone on to do tremendous things. I don't even know if this is a perfect example because he's not even that big. He was a lot bigger before, but this WWE wrestler, Kevin Owens, I say this with all due respect. I'm not saying this to be like, oh, Kevin Owens is a fat fuck. I'm not saying that by any means, but he was always a bigger guy. He slimmed down a considerable amount throughout the years. He was always a bigger guy. Nonetheless, he is a phenomenal wrestler. All right, for those of you who watch WWE, Kevin Owens is fucking amazing at what he does. He's amazing in the ring. He's amazing on the mic. He's just amazing overall. All right, despite being a bit bigger than normal. But most of you aren't Kevin Owens. All right, most of you don't have the name Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen. And as a result, when you're not in a good shape, it doesn't even have to be like, you don't even need to look like Henry Cavill or need to look like, I don't know, Chris Bumstead. Just being in good physical condition, like being in good shape that you can be proud of, it works wonders for you, man. Like even this right here, the fact that I'm taking the time out of my day to not even out of my day, like just time in general, to make these videos dedicated to help out others do the same. I wasn't doing this when I was bigger. Now, obviously, you could argue because I literally was still big, so how would I teach people to lose weight if I hadn't lost weight? But I never thought about how to help out others when I was fat, is what I'm saying. All I thought about was me. Why am I fat? Why do I look like this? Yet at the same time, I'm hungry. All right, I need to eat something. I need to eat this. I need to eat that. Like you just get, for me, when I was overweight, I just got stuck in just thinking about me. And it wasn't even in like a good way. It wasn't even in like a self-care kind of way. It was like no, like you're fat as fuck. What the fuck is going on? And it sucks. You know, that affects everything. I could have dedicated, it was almost like half of my brain was just dedicated to like, all right, fuck you. Literally. Well, not literally as in like fucking me, but like literally just dedicated to just shitting on me. All right, just talking trash on me. And it sucks. It sucks because all that mental energy wasted, because it's a ton of mental energy just being wasted on you just belittling yourself. When that could have been applied to business, that could have been applied to growing this YouTube channel much sooner and helping out people lose weight much sooner. You know, things happen now, and I'm not saying that like I regret it or that I wish I could go into the past and change it. I feel like you learn things as a result anyway. You know, like I feel like it was meant to happen this way, and I just want to be able to help out other people do the exact same because it's costing me a lot. Like I literally am telling you guys right now, late 2020 to 2023, not much, didn't achieve much, and that would hurt. That would hurt if it was just 1 year. I'm telling you guys, 3 years, technically like 2, because I'm talking like late 2020, and then January through June of 2023. All right, let's just say 2 years. Let's just say 2 years. It's 2 years. All pretty much not completely wasted. I still learned some things, but 2 years that could have been much better had I put this past me, had I finally gotten this transformation over with and carried on with my life. Don't let this be you. Chances are, if you're like me, you've already got some years that could have been much better. All right, and we only have so much time. Or I'm only gonna be in my 20s for so long. One day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be 30. Not that 30 is old, but it's not 20. One day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be 40. Gotta get this over with. You gotta get this transformation out the way. You gotta get this old you out the way. Because this is another thing too. I don't really struggle with weight loss anymore. I don't really struggle with being healthy anymore. It's just a part of who I am now. Fucking look at these pecs, dude. Look at these pecs. It's just a part of who I am. And I want to be able to help you guys do the exact same. It's a beautiful thing to where, like, you know, you're obviously conscious of what you eat. I'm not saying to just eat whatever, but it's less so like, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. It's more so, okay, I know what to eat. I know what to eat and I know what not to eat. All right, it's almost like this zen. Like, it's just, you know what to do, you know what not to do, and you just carry on with your day. All right. You might put on a couple pounds every now and then, but once you get into the right mindset, once you get the good habits going, take care of it, no problem. All right, take care of it like that, like nothing. If you're more interested in one-to-one help from me personally, click the link down in the description. And with that being said, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.